People are spreading false rumors about you. They whisper in the shadows, like snakes curling through grass, tongues tasting poison. Before the truth has even been asked, they dress their lies in fine clothing, so polished that, from afar, it almost looks like honesty, until you feel the cold steel of deceit piercing your trust. They pass their words around, like stolen coins in an alley, trading pieces of your name for the cheap thrill of attention. It doesn't matter that they've never held your story, never stood in the storms you've survived, never sat at your table to see the hunger or the hope in your eyes. To them, you are just a rumor, a character in their theater of cruelty. I watch you keep walking, your spine unbroken, your hands open to the sky, as though it might wash you clean. You do not stop to argue, for you know that some ears are not built for truth. They are hungry only for scandal, for something they can chew and spit out again to prove that they were part of the story. But I see the way it hurts you. You carry it in the quiet moments, when the crowd is gone and the room is too still, for you to ignore the sound of your own heart beating against the lies. It feels like the world has been handed a portrait of you, painted in ugly strokes, colors that don't belong to your soul. And every stranger you meet looks at you as if they already know. But they don't. They only know the cheap copy, the twisted echo of your life that gossip has given them. You ask yourself why people do it, why they aim their arrows at the innocent. Maybe it's envy, maybe it's the fear that your light will show the cracks in their darkness. Maybe it's just that misery loves company, and when they cannot drag you down, they will try to bury you in words. Still, you rise. You wear your truth like a shield, though it is heavier some days than you'd like to admit. You speak when it matters, and when it doesn't, you let silence do the fighting for you. Because you know that the loudest storms burn themselves out, and what is real will remain after the clouds pass. They cannot see the nights you stayed awake just to hold yourself together. They cannot see the mornings you forced your smile so the world would not know you were bleeding inside. They do not deserve the pieces of your truth that you have fought so hard to protect. Yet you also know there are people like me, people who see beyond the noise, who look into your eyes and recognize the unbroken flame. I have seen you fall, but I have also seen you rise again, wiping dust from your knees and daring to stand taller than before. Your name is not the whispers they try to spread. Your name is courage. Your name is resilience. Your name is a story that no lie can erase. And yes, it's unfair how quickly the world will believe a wound, even if it's drawn in chalk. They don't stop to ask if the blood is real. They just lean closer for a better look. It's easier to consume the drama than to search for the truth. And so, they feast. But lies have a taste that turns sour. Over time, they crumble in the mouth, and those who swallowed them will feel the emptiness in their bellies. Your truth, however, is a feast that will last forever. It doesn't need to shout. It doesn't need to chase. It waits. And when the noise fades, it will be the only thing left standing. You tell me, sometimes, that you wish you could clear your name, tear down every poster, plastered with falsehoods. But I remind you, your life is not a press release. You do not owe the crowd your confession when they haven't earned your trust. You owe yourself your peace, your dignity, and the freedom to live unchained from the court of public opinion. Let them talk. Let them twist. Let them use your name to fill the empty space in their own lives. Because while they speak of you, you will be building something they cannot touch. While they throw stones, you will be laying bricks for a future they will never stand inside. And when that day comes, you will look back and see how every lie was just dust on your shoes, and you walked right through it. I stand beside you in this fire. I will be the voice that drowns out the poison. I will tell the world that you are more than the stories whispered in hallways. And even if they don't listen, I will say it again, because I believe it, because I know it, because I've seen it. People are spreading false rumors about you, but that's all they can do. They cannot dim your soul. They cannot erase your kindness. They cannot destroy the love you give, or the dreams you carry. They can speak your name 1,000 times, but they will never own it. And one day, when the truth blooms like spring, when the air is clear and the noise has died, you will still be standing, hands open, eyes lifted, heart unbroken. And the world will know you were never the person they said you were. You were always the person I knew you to be. And yet, I know there are nights when you lie awake, staring at the ceiling, wondering if the rumors have taken root too deep, if the soil of people's minds has swallowed them whole. You wonder if every glance you receive carries a hidden judgment, if every smile is really a mask, hiding the satisfaction of thinking they know you. It's heavy, carrying the weight of stories you didn't write, watching your name travel farther in lies than it ever did in truth. The cruelest part is not the lie itself, but the silence of those who know the truth. They sit with sealed lips, watching you drown in whispers, because defending you might make them a target too. It's easier for them to pretend they didn't hear anything at all. And so, you stand in the arena alone, facing shadows that call themselves human, their words sharper than any blade. I've seen what it does to your heart, the way your laughter has become, a little more cautious, as if joy itself might betray you. The way your steps are quieter, as if walking too loud might draw more eyes. You've started second-guessing even the purest parts of yourself, wondering if your truth is enough to survive in a world that trades in fiction. But here's what I know. Time has a way of sorting lies from truth. The leaves of rumor may flourish in one season, but they wither in the next, and their roots are too shallow to survive the winter. Your truth is not seasonal. It is the deep tree that has stood through every storm, the roots gripping earth so tightly that no wind can tear them free. The same people who once leaned in to hear the latest false tale about you will one day lean in for another reason, to ask how you endured. And you will tell them, not with bitterness, but with the quiet dignity that comes from surviving a war they didn't even see. You will tell them you kept your head up, not because it was easy, but because lowering it would have let the lies win. I know it feels endless now, like the noise will never stop. But gossip is a fire that burns fast because it has no steady fuel. It feeds on novelty, and once it has nothing new to devour, it turns to ash. And when the air clears, you'll still be here, a little stronger, a little wiser, but still yourself. Your worth is not measured by the mouths that speak of you. It's measured by the lives you touch, the hands you hold, the kindness you give, even when the world feels undeserving. And I have seen you give, even when you were the one bleeding. I have seen you love, even when love was not returned. That is the truth of who you are, and no rumor can rewrite that.